Dead by Daylight gives players a huge roster filled with killers ready to hunt down their prey. Each killer has their own special abilities that can help them create chaos for the survivors, each one fitting their own unique strength. I'm Will from Game Rant, and today we're ranking the top 10 killer perks in Dead by Daylight. Number 10. Lethal Pursuer, the Nemesis. Lethal Pursuer eliminates the guesswork that killers must go through at the start of each trial by instantly revealing each survivor for 7 to 9 seconds. Lethal Pursuer used to be a more niche perk before it was buffed and extended the amount of time it's in effect. This perk is useful for any killer looking to keep tabs on the survivors. Number 9. Discordance, the Legion. The strategy employed by most killers is to patrol around dormant generators while keeping an eye out for survivors. Survivors would counter this strategy by grouping up on one generator in order to quickly repair it before the killer could spot them. With the Discordance perk, this strategy is made useless as it alerts the killer to nearby generators being repaired by 2 or more survivors. Killers such as Legion and Cannibal, whose abilities benefit from multiple survivors being around them, can really benefit from this perk. Number 8. Rapid Brutality, the Xenomorph. Bloodlust is a vital mechanic to Dead by Daylight as it grants the killer additional speed the longer they chase survivors. Depending on rarity, Rapid Brutality sacrifices Bloodlust for 5% haste for up to 10 seconds whenever the killer lands a basic attack. This perk essentially trades Bloodlust with the ability to quickly mow down survivors with some well-placed strikes. Number 7. Pop Goes the Weissel, the Clown. Pop Goes the Weissel activates whenever a survivor is hooked by the killer. This perk allows for the killer to damage the generators even more and drag out the match. This strategy is usually tricky to pull off, but Pop Goes the Weissel makes it a whole lot easier with how much it can disrupt progress. Even with nerfs, this perk is still a viable choice. Number 6. A Nurse's Calling, the Nurse. Killers often take advantage of aura reading in order to keep track of and get the jump on survivors. The Nurse's teachable perk, A Nurse's Calling, takes full advantage of that mechanic and has become a must for killers. This perk allows killers to see the aura of healing survivors whenever it's active. A Nurse's Calling is a great perk to give survivors even more nightmares. Number 5. Overcharge, the Doctor. Overcharge is a devastating perk for killers trying to sabotage generators. After a generator is attacked, the survivor who interacts with it must succeed a difficult skill check or else have it regress even faster. The perk also increases the speed of regression from 85 to 130% over the next 30 seconds. Thanks to Overcharge being buffed as well as the buff to the speed at which killers damage generators, Overcharge has made its way into the meta as a dominating perk. Number 4. No Way Out, the Trickster. No Way Out gains 1 token for each survivor the killer hooks for the first time. Once the exit gates have been powered, the perk activates. When a survivor interacts with an exit gate switch, the killer receives a loud notification as well as the entity blocking both exit gate switches for 12 seconds plus 6 to 12 seconds per token. This effect can stack to a maximum of 36 to 60 seconds. Needless to say, having an entire minute to wait before opening the gates is awful for survivors. No Way Out, combined with other endgame perks such as Noet, Bitter Murmur, Remember Me, and Blood Warding, can become a death sentence for any survivor. Number 3. Deadlock, the Cenobite. Deadlock is one of the best slowdown perks in the entire game. Its effects activate when survivors complete a generator and blocks off the generator with the most progress for up to 30 seconds. Combined with Tantophobia, Hex Pentimento, and other generator slowdown perks, Deadlock gives the killer all the time in the world to hunt down their prey. Number 2. Corrupt Intervention, the Plague. At the start of the match, Corrupt Intervention blocks off the 3 generators farthest from the killer for up to 120 seconds. This perk unfortunately deactivates once the first survivor is put into a dying state, meaning it's not as powerful as it used to be. But even after reworking, this perk is one of the most powerful tools at a killer's disposal. It forces survivors to get closer to the killer and delays any attempt to work on those 3 generators. Plus, it allows the killer to get a foothold in the game before the survivors can race through the first few gens. Number 1. Scorge Hook, Pain Resonance, the Artist. Scorge Hook Pain Resonance is easily one of the most powerful perks in the game. At the start of the trial, 4 hooks are transformed into Scorge Hooks and revealed to the killer. The killer also receives 4 tokens. Each time a Scorge Hook is used, a token is consumed and the generator with the most progress is sabotaged. It's no longer as powerful due to several nerfs, but Scorge Hook is still incredibly useful for stalling the progress of generators. That was our ranking of the top 10 killer perks in Dead by Daylight. For more games and articles like this, remember to drop by GameRant.com. Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you next time.